Yeah, hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about JWT authentication system. So, with this JWT authentication system, we are going to achieve the authentication process between front end and the back end. In the front end, I am using ReactJS, backend Node.js, PostgresDB. So, I am going to store the data of the users in the PostgresDB, and also I am going to use in the front end with the React.js components material UI. In the API side, I am creating three routes. One is for the register, one is for the login, and one more is for the you know uh, profile route. So with this first route is like register route. We are going to register the particular user, and that particular user, once he logs in, he will be getting a token to his UI. So taking that UI route, or that particular UI token, okay, JWT token, he will be going to across the application. Here I just gave only profile route. So with that profile route alone, I am going to for that profile route alone, I have passed the JWT authentication token, okay, and I can able to access that particular route, okay. So if I am not passing that to that profile route, so we can't able to access the backend API as well as the route, right? So this is how I have designed this system. So there are two folders. One is for the front end as well as one is for the back end. In the front end, I have here this register. So let me remove. So for example, Tom Tom at gmail.com. Tom. So once I create the user, so there will be a particular register. Register API will be called. In this register API, I have passed whatever I have given here, Tom, and in the preview, this is the payload, not payload, the response where I have got. So the particular user will be like successfully registered, and also his ID and also username, email and password with the encrypted format. It will be stored. It won't store directly in the as it is, because for the security issues we are going to hash that password and we are going to store in the DB. So if you ask me, will this store as it is in the DB? Yes, it will be stored as it is in the DB. So I have told, like, I have created this users, right? So here I am going to get this one like this. So fine. So here it is, okay. So now I am going to log in with these credentials, whatever I have given, Tom and Tom. So here I am going to pass, one is the email and one more is the password, whatever I have signed up, right? So once I log in, okay, once I log in, so there will be a token will be generated. So this token is stored in my local storage, okay. It will be stored in my local storage, and whatever this token which is stored here, that will be passed to the profile route. So if we don't pass it to the profile route, so this particular API can't be called. How I am doing this, I will explain you in the coding session. So I am just showing you the overlay of the project, or overview of the project. how I mean what we are going to achieve. So here I'm going to discuss like backend and front end from the scratch coding. Okay, so so yeah, yeah. So that's all about this project. So let me go ahead. Yeah. Hello everyone. So I just told like I have created two projects, two folders. One is for the backend, one is for the front end. So in the backend, I have created three routes. Okay, so I will discuss here about a small introduction about JWT authentication process. So once the user, logs in, he will be sending his credentials like email and password as I showed you in the UI, and the server will validate the credentials. So it will validate whether the email and password is correct or not, and token will be sent to the user. So once the these credentials, whatever he is passing from the input password box, whatever there in the Postgres, password, table. Okay, so that too will be compared, and if it is validated, then only it will pass on, else it will fail. Okay, right? So next, the token will be sent to the user, and the client will store the JWT in local storage. So whatever the JWT token, JSON web token, okay, that will be stored in the local storage, and user request a protected route. Means here the as I showed you, right, the profile route is a protected route. So if the token is not passed for that route, then what will happen? The particular API will be failed, right? So the very next point, server will verify that token, and it will ensure like whether it is valid or not. If it is valid, then it will be granted. Means you can able to log in further. So if you are passing an authorization which is like an um, invalid token, then it won't allow you to access that route. Instead, it will fail your um, process or the route. Okay, so we will see some differences with JWT and also session based verification system. So JWT is like it is little new compared to session based, and also storage stored on the client. So here the client means what? Browser. In the browser, in the browser we are going to store the token, but in the session storage what will happen? It will be stored on the server. If you see in the JSP and all, we are going to store the authentications on the server only. Scalability is high here, and here the scalability is a little harder. And since it is signed, okay, that JSON web token is having some parts. Actually, we will have a signature, we will have the automatic generated token, some kind of, you know if you see, here we will have this structure. So this all structure, if you see these periods, right, so this will be changing again and again. So that kind of security and also signed and also encrypted way the JWT will provide. So the user or the or other users or some hackers can't able to track it. But in session based, it is like there is a um, possibility of hijacking, session hijacking, and also the performance is better compared to the session based authentication. right? So these are the some comparisons with uh, JWT and also session based authentication. Okay. Yeah, hello guys. So up to now, we saw like what is a JWT and how it will work step by step, right? So here onwards, up to now, if you are little dilemma, or if you are not able to understand, or if you are new to this concept, somebody who has already did practice, they are listening, they can able to understand. Somebody with fast grasping, they can able to understand, but you have to watch this video at least one or more times based on your actual understanding. So from here onwards, please listen carefully. So actually, we will see from the DB side, and also from the DB how we are going to create a table, and from the DB we are going to actually connect from the Node.js to the DB, and also we will also do the register API, login API, and also profile API, which is a protected route, right? So these are all the three things we will see. So first, let me jump into the PG admin. Okay. So initially, I think I have this already. Let me check whether I have it or not. Drop from will users. Sorry. Drop table users. Okay. So let me run this. So currently it was already created. So let me drop it. And also I am going to create a table. So initially, if we see this thing, nothing will be actually available for us. So, so, so who will send the data here? The register API. Once we create the register API, that register API is going to send the data to the users. So what we are going to send from there, we are going to send one is like username and also email and password. So password, how it will store? It will store in the format of encrypted format. That's why I am giving here text. Okay. So this is just like small. These two are enough from the DB side. Only these two. If you are learning, that is more than enough. These two queries. So let me go to the backend. Okay. So VS Code backend. Here I am going to create two folders. One folder is for the API. One more folder is for the UI. So first I will complete the API part, and in the API part, I am going to initially create the package.json. So I think you should be aware like how to create the package.json. So you need to give npm space in it, right? So after giving the npm space in it, you will get this package.json. I have added only this dependencies and also dev dependencies for the package.json. So so in this API side, we are going to see the three APIs creation. Okay, but I am going to take here the dependencies. One is bcrypt.js, which is used to hash the password, Next is body parser and cars. They both are used for the middleware setup. Okay, I don't discuss it here because it is like a node part. Okay, so cars anyhow way I was like keep on saying in the previous video also in my every video. So where we are going to share the resource from one origin to other origin, means from one application to other application, from React to the Node.js application. Okay, like that we are going to communicate. Okay, so to share the resource from from Node to Angular or Node to the React or whatever it is, to share the particular resource, we are going to we are going to enable the cars. Here what is the resource means? Here the resource means table. Okay, so .env is next part is like .env. .env is like to enable the file, environment file. Express is used to create the API. So JSON web token, it will once the user logs in, once the actual user logs in, he will be always like generating with a new token. That token he will carry, whether it is in 1 day or 30 minutes or something. And he will access his all his routes inside the application. So next is PG, where we are going to connect from Postgres. Via this module PG. Node 1 is like to make to auto save actually. Anyhow, I am not going to use it. So this is the brief explanation here. Let me take here one more server.js. Okay. So here in the server.js, I have already installed the packages, so no need to worry. So you have to do npm install. Okay, so then the packages will be installed. Okay, so here in this section, if I come here in this folder, I am going to have one is node modules, package.json, and server.js. These three will be available. So now in the server.js, I am going to bring the environment. So this .env file also I have to create. So this .env file, whatever I create, that should come under this root. Okay, so this here I am going to give here the JWT secret. I am not giving any secret now. I am putting it as empty. Okay, in the server.js, I am going to bring the environment. So let me show you. Okay, so creating the API profile. So here I am going to create the three APIs: profile, login, and register. For showing the profile, we need a user token to be passed. Else that particular profile API we can't able to access. Showing the profile API, we need token to be passed. So this is like we are going to bring this environment here, and one more is like express, which is going to create the routes, and bcrypt to hash the password every time once the user login with the JWT sign. We are going to create the uh, JSON web token. So and cars to enable the middleware. Cross origin resource sharing enable, and next is like pool method in the PG. So this is where you will get the queries data to your Node.js, right? So next, if you ask me what is the next primary thing we have to do, we have to enable the middleware. So just like Express and Express.json. So where here I have this app is nothing but Express, and so here this is this used to enable the middleware layer where we are going to pass here and there between the applications. Between the applications, and here also we are going to give one more configuration, that is cars. Okay, so if you are not enabling the cars, what will happen? The particular resource from the backend can't able to be shared to the front end. So what will happen? You will get an cars error. Okay, so this, at least this you should be aware. So next we will see about the connection, how to give the connection here. So we saw the PG admin here. Okay, so I have here JWT Auth as my DB. So this JWT Auth is having users table. Okay, so first I have to create the DB configuration with the pool object. From where this pool object came, it came from the require PG. And here I am going to have these params. One is like user, host, database, password, and port. Okay, so all of this should be available. Okay, so next here in my case, don't give the same. You should be having your own username and password, and host name, and also database name. This also you should be aware when you are creating or when you are installing your PG Postgres. Okay, so all these params, whatever you have given, that you should provide. By default, port is like 5432 for the Postgres. That's why I gave that. So next is like that whatever the JavaScript web token is there, right? I am going to declare it. So process.env.jwt secret, where it will target. It will go and target this env file, this particular variable. So next, I am going to create the API for the registration. So let me create here the API. So once it is available, I'm going to so in this register API, I am going to mention this as an post call. So means from the front end, you are going to pass what? You are going to pass the ID, username and email and also password. At least these three things that you are going to pass from the front end, that will come as an payload, and it will go and insert into the database, right? So what are the three things I told? One is username and one more is email and password. Okay, so next I am going to have a try catch block. So in this try catch block, what will happen? The try, if you see, I am going to have here the first of all, whatever the password is sent, okay, that particular password I am going to hash it. Okay, hash it with bcrypt module. Okay, so next I am going to see here the next I am going to insert the username, email and password to the users table. Okay, so here once once you are doing this hashed password, whatever is there, right, that will be inserted to the database, but not your real password. Why it is like that means, in real time, once you are passing any some confidential information, you via the network, if I mean if it is passing, then there will be a chance of getting hacked. Okay, so in that case we should not able to do this kind of direct passing via from API to the front end. So in that case, or from the front end to the back end, we should not directly give the password kind of text directly. So that's why we are going to hash it. So this is also a non-accidentary question. You can't for the fresher or freshers. So at least even some 2+ or 3+, also they will expect. Okay. So why are you hashing your password? Okay. I mean, due to the security reasons, we are going to hash it, right? So next I am going to give here one more. Suppose if it is success, what will happen? If it is success, I am going to, you know, give the user is like successfully, registered. Next is like catch block. If there is any problem here, usually I'm going for the catch block here. So this is the case. So here I have taken the username, email, and password. All these are coming from the body, and I am actually hashing the password, and I am going to insert whatever username, email, and hashed password. If it is success, if the insert is success, we are going to store it in the DB. So then our registration process is completed. So up to now it is fine, but we didn't create the port, right? We didn't create the port. So let me go down. We have to give app.listen, right? Otherwise it won't listen to the port, right? So let me come here. So one API is completed. Let me give here ls. If I see the ls, I am going to see here the package.json and also server.js. So node space server.js. So once you run this command, it should be running on 5000 port, right? Hmm. So whatever I have created the API, I want to test it, right? I want to test it by passing username, email, and password in the request body. So I am going for the, postman. In the postman, I am going to give the data and test. Okay. So let me save all of this, some of mine. Okay. So I am going here for the localhost 5000, which is where my node server is running, and /register. So where my API is actually located, right? So now, in this, I'm going to have here admin at gmail.com and admin123. These three I am going to, you know, pass, right? So once this is passed, and I'm not giving anything, okay? No params, no authorization, no headers, nothing I gave. I just gave only selected this method, and I have given here the HTTP API. So this register API, and in the body, in the raw, I have given this object. So this username and email and password, that should be equal to your, whatever you are expecting here, right? So if there is any mismatch, it won't get created. Okay, the same object name should be available here and also from the request body also. Okay, so let me go here. The same keys should be available. So if you see here, the particular user is success since it is first ID. So the ID one is created, and also username is admin, email is admin at Gmail, and also password is encrypted. And also password is encrypted. So this is how. So this is how you want to do the registration. Okay. So next we are going for the next API. So that is for the login. Okay. So login also almost same. Okay. We are going to log in via email and password. Okay. So first I want to create this block. Okay. Async block. So in this async block, I am going to give here the email and password. So just take this email and password from the request body, and we are going to give some try catch block. Okay. So in the try block, first of all, I am going to get the email. Okay. So the whatever the details of that particular account. So here the user is already passing. Okay. So here he will be passing some email and like this, right? So he will be passing like this. Okay. Since it is already created, okay, I am going to, for example, I am saying for your understanding. Okay. So this email and password, whatever I am setting as this request body. So then the constant is going to get these values. Okay. So now we are going to take this email and we are going to select the we are going to query and we are going to get the details of the user. So now everything we will get. For example, we'll get the total row. We'll get the total row from the Postgres. So here, if we see whatever the email, all this ID and also password, which is like encrypted, that also will be available. So if it is not there, if that row itself, user dot row, here the user dot row, here we will receive the total array, actually total array of the table. Okay. So you can actually do some console.log, you can able to find it out. Okay. So if it is not there means, so obviously then the particular user is not found. So next I am going to check the password, valid password or not. So already here I am going, here we have in the user dot rows of 0 password, we will have the encrypted password. Whatever this password I am passing, right? So that password will be again be crypt. I am going to encrypt it. Both I am going to compare whatever I am giving, whatever there in the where DB, right? In the DB. So yeah, I am going to compare the both and check whether it is valid or not. If it is valid, then it will pass through. Otherwise, invalid credentials. So next step. So we are going to next see the JWT sign, right? So we should finally, if the person is like authenticated, then we are going to generate a token based on his ID. So since the ID is our PK, so one kind of unique there, right? So JWT dot sign. So what is this JWT? If you remember, we just did this here, require JSON web token, right? So through this module, I am going to get here for this particular ID, which is nothing but 1. So I am going to generate the token and storing, and I am going to return this to the token variable. So this, whatever the secret is generated, that will expire in 1 hour. So, and all means after 1 hour, if the person is coming and logging in again, so it won't log him. He have to he have to pass a, with the old token. With the old token, he can't able to log in again. He have to generate a new token, and it will be like passing to his respective APIs. So finally, every 1 hour, the person logs in, he will be getting a new token. That is the case. So if there is an error, just like catch the error, okay, is okay, okay, fine. This is about the login API. So let me go to here. Let me go to the login, and let me, here also I am not giving anything, params, authorization, headers, nothing I am giving. I came to my postman. I created a new request, and here I have taken the method and URL, and I am giving the raw in the body raw, and this JSON. This email and password keys are important. If you are like missing this key, and this won't work. So both this and also here the whatever we are passing in the payload should be same. Okay, so okay, I think I have to restart. Okay, because why? Because because I have given I have changed something in the server side. That's why I want to change it, right? I want to restart. Okay, I want to change the build. Okay, what I mean. Okay, so once this is done and request body is also done, so you will get, okay, you will get an token here. So this token is available for next 1 hour. Okay, so for the next 1 hour, for these credentials, the person can able to log in. If he can't able to I will not log in, he can able to access the other protected routes across the system. Okay, so okay, so we have to so every time when you log in, so if it is within 1 hour, it won't change. If it means if you log in again it will change, but the only validation is up to 1 hour. Okay, that you want to see if you can able to you know do the setting here. Either it may be 1 day or 24 hours or 6 hours or 30 minutes, like that you can able to give, right? So this is about the second API, login API. So the very next one is the profile. Profile is also one of the important, and here up to now whatever we have done for the profile, we are going to do little differently. In the profile, we are going to verify the token. Okay, so why we are verifying the token? So we are going to make it as a protected route. Only the person is having a token, he can able to access this profile route, right? So app.get profile, verify token. Verify token is my one more function. Okay, it's an callback kind. So function, okay, function as a parameter. So where I have request, response, and I have here the header authorization. If the token is not there in the authorization, then it won't provide the access. So whatever in the JWT verify, okay, JWT verify is our JavaScript web token where I am going to verify the JWT secret in the top. We have already stored it, right? So here, so that secret and also the token, whatever I am passing, right, from the postman or from the front end, that should be equal. Okay, if not, if it is not verified, then we are going to get this invalid token, right? Simple. So I mean, after this verify token step, we are going to come here to the we are going to query on the basis of the user ID. So based on the user ID, we are going to get that particular person's details. So I told you, right, just I mean, user dot rows, it will give you the, so from the pool dot query, it will give you the total entry. I will show you here. So just we have to we have to hit this profile. Okay, so in the profile, if we are not hitting this profile, this express can't able to trigger, right, as you are aware. So here in the profile I am passing ID, username and email. So in the body part, params I don't have anything, authorization nothing, and headers, in the headers I have authorization and this token. So whatever this token is there, whatever here the login API created, take this token and go to the get profile, paste it here, save it, and check whether this body raw is having the ID, username and also email. So which is nothing but your ID. Okay, so here I have this ID, right, ID, and based on the ID I told you we are going to generate, right, and also we are going to restart the server. So once everything is ready, go back to the postman and hit the profile API. So we will get the profile API. So I mean profile of that person based on the ID. Okay. So username and email I am getting just to display actually. Here, I just want the main motto here is like if we are not passing this token, we are not going to verify the particular route, and we are going to invalid route, like that we will get message invalid you know token. Okay, access denied. So this both we will get. Okay, so I told you, right, so here I have this user dot rows. So this will give you the this information, ID and also username and also like email. Okay, so I can't. Okay, that is fine. So that's all about the routes. So saw we saw about the three API creation, how to connect to the Postgres, how to actually enable the cars, and also how to register a particular user, and how to log in the user and get the token. And we saw like how to call an protected route with the with passing the authorization token. Okay, so if you are passing some invalid token, if you are passing some invalid token, and it won't give anything. Okay, it will give you the invalid token, bad request, and there won't be any response. Okay, okay, so this is the possible uh, possible error. You have to, once you log in, once you are getting the key, JWT token, then only you can able to go to this protected route and give in the key and put the value here and pass it. Okay, then only it will pass through. Otherwise, this protected route will fail. So that's all about the API section. And yeah. So hello all. Now we have discussed it till now regarding the backend. API creations. So here onwards we'll start with the front end. So we have created three APIs. One is for the register, login, and also profile. So that's what happened here in the server.js. So and uh, and after that I have started this UI build, and with the create React app I have started the build, and also got my uh, basic version of the React project. So I will start here from the yeah I will start here from the app.js. So let me let me go there. In the app.js, so now it is like default app is running on. So from here I am going to create three routes, and also I am going to create a navigation bar, and also I am going to create the React routes. So what is the module for the React routing? React router DOM, right? So I think you are already aware, right? Aware, you should be aware since you already learned the course, right? So first in the app, whatever we have, I am going to pass some kind of routes, and instead, see, I will first go for the routing mechanism. What are the default? What are the default? Methods I want to get. So I want to get all of these methods. So from the React router DOM. Okay. So next, the very next is like I am going to take the material UI. So typography, box, button, app bar. So all these I am going to get here. Okay. So these are the two. And also I am going to, take one more like register, login, and also profile pages. Okay. So for that, okay, I am going to import, but since they are not there here, I am going to create them as well. Register.js, login, and profile. Already have, yeah, login. One more I already have. One more is profile. Okay. So the login, whatever I have, let me delete. Okay. So I have only these which are empty: login, profile, and register. So my first target in the development, my first target in the development should be I am about to create a router. Okay. So for that, so I am whatever the default app is there, I don't want this app. My development is different since, and I'm going to give here the router, and in that router I'm going to give a nav bar. So that is like I am about to create. Okay. So next I am going to give the box, right? So here the box, whatever we have, so that box is like containing the routes. Okay. So if you didn't see, if you're not aware about the routing system, in my videos in the playlist, I have already discussed about this routing system. You can go through. Okay. So this is about the thing. And also here whatever the register and also this register login and profile, all are I am going to import, right? So I am going to, yeah, but they should be exported, right? Once we are exporting only we have to import, right? So we will create in some time. I have some more work here. So next, after creating here, I am going to export default this app. Let me do export default function app. Okay. So next, the very next, I am going to create a function for the navbar on the top. Okay. So I think here it is there. I forgot about. So next is like here we have this navbar, and also I'm going to take here for the navigations and also getting the path or locations. I am going to use the hooks. One is use navigate and use location, and also once the user logs in, his token will be available in the local storage. That is why I am going to get this I mean token level. I mean local storage dot get, and also I am getting the token. Okay. So the very next one is the return for this function. So I'm going to give here, with token and without token based header. Okay. So this navigation bar with or without header, how does it will work? So how it will work? We are going to give the XR condition or conditional rendering. That this is also this topic also I covered in my playlist. You can check and talk here. If it is like there is no token, if there is no token, in that case, I mean a token not available or token is undefined. In all these cases, I am going to see two tabs. One is register, one more is login. Okay. And if the token is available, then I am going to see profile and also logout. Okay. So this is my setup. Okay. So and for this logout, I have an on click event. So if the person is logging out, I am going to remove his token, and also I am navigating back to the login page. Okay, that's the case. Okay. So next one, I'm going to take the path of the profile. So this is to just hide the register, and if the user is logged in, I mean in the profile page. So if we are going to suppose if we are at this profile, right, means if the profile page is active. If not active, we are going to see here register and login. Okay. Yeah, if it is active, obviously this part will be available for us. Since the profile is already in the positive state, I am not going like, and I am just giving only token, I mean token verification or token condition alone. Okay. So that's about this app.js. So next we will discuss about the register. So next we will discuss about the register. Register is also uh, one of the important component. So in the register, I am going to pass. So in the register, I am going to pass. First of all, I will import the libraries. I will show you what are the libraries I am going to import here. Here I am going to import React, use state, Axios, use navigate from the React router DOM. Why I am using use navigate means once the person is login successfully, he should be logging into the next login page. He will be navigating to the next page, that is like login page. There he will enter his email and password. Then where he will go? He will go to the profile page by taking that token in his local storage, where and he is going as he's going to the next page, that is like profile page, right? So the next one is like I'm going to create the function. So where I have here this register, and also I'm taking some of the exports here, declarations. Okay, so here I have here user. So once ever the user doing some operations, in the front end, if he is doing like, username, email and password, he is registering. We are going to set the user all the time. That's why I have taken the state variable. And also message, if it is success, navigate. Once the particular register is successful, I am navigating to the next screen, right? That is fine there, right? So next I am going to the return card. In the return I am going to have the same, right? Here in the return I am going to have card content, and also if it is message, it will display. If not, it won't display anything. No, we don't need to worry here. We have to bother here itself. That is like form. Okay. So in the form, I have three text fields. Okay. And also label, margin normal, label, username, email, and password. Once the person is registering, what the form is expecting. The form is expecting username, email, and also password. Okay. On change, I am going to give, call a method known as handle change. Right. So once our user types, in the text field, what will happen? It will go here and it will capture this handle change. And here what will happen? Whatever the what I mean and whatever the name we are giving, that username, email, and password, they will be sitting here for the event target value and also event target name. So this name is nothing but the text field name. Okay, we should not mismatch this username and this usernames, here email and password. Okay, if the name is there, so here once the person entering the data, what will happen? Here the name will be replaced with the username, and this target value, whatever you are entering from the form, that is reflecting here, that is going to be reflected here. Likewise, how many entries are you doing? You are doing username, email, and password, right? So these three you are going to target, right? So next, the main thing, right? Where we have to call the Axios and we want to register our user in the PostgresDB, right? So here this handle register, which is nothing but on submit of this form, handle register. So once we are going for this handle register, here we are going to call the Axios call, that is like /register API that we already created. So what we are passing here, we are going to pass username, email, and password. And what will happen after it is success? If it is success, it will navigate to the login. Where this navigate coming from? It is coming from the use navigate method hook. So where this hook coming from? It is coming from the React router DOM. right? So that's what the case here for the register. So let me go for the next one, that is like login. So login is also one of the important, and please observe here carefully. So in the login also I have, okay, first I will remove all of this, okay, so you will get confused. So first I have taken here, import React, use state, use effect, and also import Axios, import use navigate, with to navigate from login to which route, to the profile route. And also I am taking here material UI. In the component level, function component level, I am taking only return for now. I will explain from this return. So I am taking here card and card content, and also I am taking typography. So this message, whatever we saw, if it is success, it is going to show this message. Okay, and also like I'm login is success something. Okay, and also we are going to here the main target is here where the form is going to be submitted. So once the form is getting submitted, this label, email, and password we are going to enter, right? This handle change, the same thing, whatever we have given in the register, I am also taking the same again here, the same function also. Okay, so here what and all we are passing? We are passing the one is like email, one more is password. So whatever name I am giving here, that name should be equal to here this name. And if you are not passing the exact name, then the payload will be changing. Then what will happen? The login cannot be success. So how can we see it? This email also, this of everything should be same. Even this email should be same, password should be same, and also your label, text field, this should be same, and also whatever you are passing here, this name, that these all should be same. This name is targeting here, and it is getting the value like that. Okay, so and whatever the appropriate users came to the object, this spread operator will capture, right? So next, the very next one we have here, that is like handle login. In the handle login, again we have, so once the form is submitted, what will happen? In the handle login, I am going to, you know uh, hit this API via Axios. Okay, so this Axios is going to have the payload, that is this user, right? One second. I think I just need to enter some more. So I need to enter the users and all. Okay, so user, set user, email and password, message, token, and also set token. So since from here we are going to call the profile, I am going to set the token, right? So here in the user, I am going to have one is email and password to be sent. And whatever the token generated, that token is like rest.data.token. So which is nothing but once you log in, you are going to get this token, right? So next, I am going to get this token from the response, and I am going to pass this token. I am going to set this token. So how we are navigating here to the profile, right? You should get that doubt. So I am going to navigate to the profile via use effect. So once the person logs in and the token is generated, in the once the here I am giving some dependency with the use effect. So once there is a change in the token and token is available, then what will happen? It will go and set the token, and also we are going to navigate to the profile page. Okay, profile route. So if you are giving here slash profile, what does it mean? It is going to target here in the app, right? Slash profile. So everything is under what? Everything is under React Router DOM. That's why by default, your use navigate will capture these routes. So I mean these routes, and it will go to where? It will go to the app, since it is already under one umbrella, that is like React Router DOM. I am going to hit the component that is profile, and the profile will be loaded, right? So for now I don't have anything. Okay, but this component, once we are triggering from the login, it is going to load here. Okay, so next point, we are going for the profile. For the profile, again I am going for the imports. So let me take all the imports. Here I am going to have Axios, use navigate, and also cart content made from the material UI as is. And also I am going to start the function, export function. So let me show here. So and also I am giving some, you know, state variables. They are like state variables. One is like user and one more is like navigate. So here I am going to have the return card. Let me go to the return card. What I should have, I should capture only the user information alone from the API. Okay, so here in the user email and whatever username and email, I am going to show in the front end. But it should have, but while I am passing, while I am showing my API, the profile API should contain authorization. That's what I discussed in the API section, right? So here I am going to have a use effect again. Here I am going to have a use effect again. So where I am going to see, I am going to call, so this fetch profile. Fetch profile is nothing but one more function I took. So where I have here, if there is no token and the token is invalid, it should navigate back to the login. Or if if it is success and also token is available, so initially if the token is not available, it will return here itself. You no need to worry. If it is token is available, it will come down, since the JavaScript is sequentially executed. So it will come down and it will take this. So it is like axios dot get, and also I'm going to pass the token with to the authorization. This is what I showed you in the API for the profile API part. In the API part, you can able to verify again. So and also I am going to pass this rest.data, which is nothing but the data of this profile, which is nothing but that should be your response, right? This is your response, which is username and also email. Okay, so and if there is any problem, and we are going to remove the token from the local storage, and we are going to navigate back to the login again. That's what we are going to do. So that's all about this. So almost I covered all the three routes. So now we are going to see how this is working. Okay, so let me just go from here. So I'm going to register here with these credentials. Okay, so and once it is registered, the message I was telling you about, the message rate, that is this one. Okay, and also I am going to back to the Gmail, and also I am going back to the whatever login is there. I think the same login. So likewise, if the profile now it went after the login, it went back to the profile page. That's what we can also see here also. So once we log in and profile, in the profile we can able to see the response, and we can able to see the email and also username and ID. All right, and also in the headers we can able to see the profile. It is a get call. That's what it is implemented, right? So if I am logging out, so it will come out to the, it will navigate back to the login. That's what we have given in the code. So that is all about this project. So this is a very important project. So I have given GitHub links also in the bottom in the description. Please go through. So I recommend you to work along with me with a, take your laptop and code along with me. So if you're feeling any issues with this is like means this project, the person who already worked, they can able to understand more. The person who already worked means at least some hands-on with the JavaScript, Node.js, and also React. So whatever terms I am discussing, they can understand more. If you don't have basics and directly jumping into this video, then it will be little difficult. So what I recommend, you can go through my playlist and also check. I have a number of videos with React and also HTML, CSS, ES6, and also I have with React Router DOM, everything I have. So you have to check that modules, videos, then come back to this project. You will understand more better. So, and also I will give you some kind of interview questions on this module, so you can able to understand. So never think like if you are searching for a job, never think like when I will get job like that. Okay. So first we have to strive ourselves before getting a job, and we have to like concentrate on same subject, not like diverting here and there, here and there, here and there. Somebody will tell one course, somebody will tell one more course. Don't do like that. Take one technology and for a long-term technology expertise on it. We have to work at least some 6 months to 1 year to reach to a developer standard, real-time developer standard. And if you're going with some experience, you have to, if you want to change one technology to other technology also, you need, if you're putting the experience, you want to show that experience to the interviewer. If not, again he will reject, he will come to know very easily. Okay, that's what I can suggest. So you can go through this video one or more times. Whoever understood one time, that is sufficient. You can download my GitHub links and run the code. But I will further take this forward as a project. So consider this as like first project. So next I may extend this project with some pages. So that's all about here. Thank you. Please subscribe and like, share. Thank you very much.